What is the worst fashion trend?
Those little hats that men wear, what are they called? The fedora?
Fedoras?
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Horrible, that's bad.
Hey guys, Chef Sel right here. I love my fedora. Anyway, welcome to Chef Sel's Crazy Cooking Show. This is an ongoing thing we're doing, the 50 most Googled recipes by state, pulling up into Nevada. Yes, what does Nevada want? Ha ha ha. Bacon wrapped, encrusted pork loin. You know, I wondered when I used to go to those casinos and what all those pork loins were doing hanging from the ceiling. All right, so a couple of stages here. Before we do that, let's do this. Please subscribe right here. Boom, and then hit the bell. We're going through the states like some kind of crazy warrior or something, a recipe warrior. All right, also, come and check out my new Instagram page. Chef Sel's Crazy Cooking Show there. Facebook as usual, Chef Sel's Crazy Cooking Show there. Instagram's kind of cool, little tips, couple of jokes, couple of yucks, yuck, and all that kind of stuff. So, we got it? Are we done? Did we do all the business stuff? Okay, here we go. All right, now get yourself a pork loin. 3.5 pounds is good. I have 2 smaller pork loins. You want to go 3.5 pounds. My 2 add up to about 4, and one of them's close to 3. So I'm only going to use one of them, and I'll use the other one to replicate this when diners come over my homestead. Couple of stages, okay? First, we're going to season the pork loin. We're going to encrust it in this mustardy thing, which you're going to love, with some spices. Get yourself a 1/2 pound of bacon and line it up like this. See? It's got to be almost as long as the pork loin. Don't worry, it'll be okay. Now, they're going to tell you to cut the fat off the pork loin. Don't do that. Don't do that. Leave. It's only a little bit of fat anyway. Here, I'll show you. Here's the one we're going to use. See? It's like, oh my God, please spare me. And see the ends, they get kind of skinny there at the end. Just tuck them under. Same thing here. Tuck it under. All right? That's all ready to go. I'm going to wash my hands. We don't want to infect the cats or whatever goes on here. All right, so my bacon is overlapped a little bit. I've laid it out on parchment. This just makes it all easier. I have some toothpicks. Now I'm going to make the encrustment. That's my word. Do not use it without calling me. All right, that's the encrustment stuff. So here we go. 2 tablespoons of sage. We're going to mix this in a bowl. All right. I have minced, it's almost a 1/2 cup of onion. See? 1/4 to 1/2 is fine. Over here, I have 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Get the Dijon, trust me. And a couple of tablespoons of your favorite olive oil. I don't care what you use. You know, all the experts. Oh, don't use the extra virgin. Don't cook with that. You're wasting it. Then I'll waste it. All right, you know what I mean, right? And a couple of tablespoons of this here parsley. I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons or a tablespoon or so later to do the garnish. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to get myself a soft whisk, which if I knew what I was doing, I would have out already. Yeah, they're going to, I know the trolls are going to be underneath there. Oh, I knew he didn't know what he was doing. I knew he didn't know. Please. All right, here we go. Mix it, that's all. You want a paste. See, it's pasting up on you. It's a new verb. Chef Sel's book of new cooking verbs is coming out next season. All right, that's it. That's pretty much it. Now you can Either do this with your digits, as you know I call them, which means you have to take this off, or you could do it with a spatula. I like the whole finger thing. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves, get to work. Oven's on 350. Now once you get this encrustment on the piece of meat, you put it in the fridge. Don't cover it, let it dry out. It's not gonna get crusty, but it's gonna dry out so you can handle it a little better. Then we're gonna wrap it in bacon, toothpick it, and bake it. Just go with it. Try not to make a mess. And just do it. All right, I have it all smeared on there pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Easy stuff, right? It's always easy here on CC's Crazy Cooking Show. Yeah, get it? Shit. All right, salt it as much as you want. I don't know, a teaspoon per side is good. Before we go to the other side, let's get some pepper on there. Just season it up, come on, you could do that. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. And now we're going to turn it over. Try not to put it down if you don't have to. I have some residual pepper in the shaker, which is perfect. And that's it. Now, refold those skinny ends. All right, now we're going to dry it. You can put it in the fridge or leave it out. I'm going to put it in the fridge. Half hour minimum. Now, what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of the residual encrustment, just kind of, I don't know, a little bit smear it on the inside of the bacon, which is going to be the inside. Now it's the outside. You're going to roll it up. See, I put a rack in a rimmed cookie sheet so the air gets underneath. And just want it to dry out a little bit. You know, you don't want to go crazy, all right? All right, I'm going to put it in the fridge, and then we'll come back and we'll show you the next step. We're going to make a glaze, as I said. Delicious glaze. And there's some baking prep I want you to do in a baking pan, but I'll show you that as we go. Always something to do when you're cooking one thing and prepare another one. Whew, wow. All right, small saucepan, cup of packed brown sugar in there. Oh, does that look like when you're at the beach when you're a kid and you make those little things out of the cups and then some mean guy like me comes around and smashes it? Sorry. Cup, brown sugar, darker light's fine. And start out with a melting temperature, which probably means medium low, okay? Break that up. And what's good about this recipe, by the way, this is the glaze. You can call it a sauce. Good thing about it is you put everything in and then simmer it down and wait till it thickens, and then you blah, 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 blah. Good thing about this one, you put everything in the pot, little small saucepan like I said, stir it around, melt everything, bring it up a bit, stir, 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 stir. Comes down and it thickens, and you got yourself a glaze to pour over your delicious freaking pork loin. I'm telling you, yeah. All right. We're overdoing the fake applause. I'm thinking about you. All right, over here, I have some butter, a couple of tablespoons. Look at this. Yeah, oh, look at this. Ooh. It's the zest of an orange. And I chopped up a serrano chili. You can use jalapenos, whatever you want. It's going to be spicy, believe me. And stick it in there. All right, I got juice of that same orange, as I said. Did I say that? All right, I'll say it now. Juice of that same orange going in on top of that. Ooh, it's sizzling. Does that mean that the heat is on? Yes, Chef Shell. And Worcestershire, 2 teaspoons in. And I have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And here I have just poured in, unbeknownst to you, some maple syrup, 1/4 cup, and 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. Bring it up, then bring it down. And by bringing it up, I mean, let's bring this up to a medium now. And when it starts bubbling, just bring it down, let it simmer. I'm still drying out my encrusted loin. Ow! Now, while that's waiting to simmer, here's what I did. You can use a rimmed cookie sheet too, but I happen to have a roasting pan like most of America. And here, I have readied to put in here a couple of tablespoons of unsalted butter. Salted's fine. I have used a couple of shallots. You can use garlic if you want. Chopped everything up, and some parsley. And what else is in there? That's pretty much it. Okay, this is going to go in the bottom of your roasting pan, and the roasting pan is going to go in before you put the pork loin into this pan. So I'm going to keep this here for now. And you have a 350 heat. That's going to melt when you put it in there. As soon as it starts melting, You're going to stir it up. Then the pork loin goes on top of that. Whew. I know. Goes on top of that, right? And then you baste it. You're going to bake this thing or roast. Bake roast. Let's call it a boast. You're going to boast this until you hit around 125 with an internal temperature. And yes, it's pork, so you got to be careful. And I have one of these little buggers. All right. Beautiful. Stick it in 125. As soon as it hits 125, you can baste it. Stick it back in and wait till it comes up to 140. And while that waits to come up to 140, you can keep basting it here and there every couple of minutes. Whew, man. All right. My blathering has caused a simmering, so let's move it down now. And you can be at any thickness you want. I would go with, you get a light maple syrup thickness, you're going to be fine, all right? So let's let this go. By the way, I just tasted that glaze. All right, so let's see. I checked my time here. I have 10 more minutes. I'm going to take this pork loin out, wrap it in that freaking bacon, and then do all the things I said. So hang out. I like the hat. I don't know. Sorry. We're back. I have my stuff here, my glaze, otherwise known as my stuff here. It's bubbling up. It's reducing. Here's that pre-roasting situation I told you about. It's ready to go in the oven. That's in. Like I said, 350 on that machine, on this here machine. Now, I went the wrong way. My kitchen, I go the wrong way. All right, so this has been in the fridge good half hour, okay? So now I'm going to put my good side down, center it in the middle of these delicious pieces of bacon, and boom, just fold them over. I'm going to try them all at once, see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? Here we go. And then roll it, baby. Roll it. Very nice. Nice tight pack, Steels. And just kind of tighten it up a bit. Now I turned it back over again because I do want to get a little bit more tight because this bacon kind of loosens up on you even though it shrinks. I don't know. There's some cooking physics laws that just don't make sense. And that's one of them. A little bit sticking out the edge, that's okay. Lets you know that there really is a loin in there. And I'm just going to use a toothpick on each piece. And you don't have to get all, weavy with it or anything. Just make sure it stays in place. You'll figure out how to do it. And don't let it stick out. You want to have it be on an angle. When you roll this back over to put the seam on the bottom, which I hope you do, you're not going to have it sticking up because of these toothpicks sticking up, okay? Simple deal. Just take your time. And remember, I have that roasting pan with all those delicious goodies in there, all getting basted in that butter. This has done its job. Let me check to see if that basting thing is happening, but first let me stir this. Oh, this glaze is sick, guys. And like I said, don't, keep it on low and keep your eye on it. Don't be running out and go play pickleball in your backyard, whatever the hell that is. Just keep stirring it, that's all. It'll come down, don't worry. Just be patient. Jesus! Remember, this thing's going to be hot, so be careful. Yeah, okay, good. I'll show you. Nothing crazy. See? Nothing crazy. Butter's kind of melted. So I'm going to put this down here. And let's use the same spatula. Get some overflow taste from the spatula, that glaze on there. In this, I'll call it a basting juice. What's that? What's wrong with that? Spread that out a little bit. Make a bed on which to place your loin. There's so much comedy in that word loin. I'm trying to pull back the reins, Whoa. All right. That's done, right? Remember, this is still hot. I got to keep telling you because if I'll do it, you'll probably do it too, right? You don't want to do it. Take our little loiny babe, put her in there on this bed of deliciousness. It's my 8th book, by the way. And we're going to put this, I'm going to bring it up. I had it on the lowest rung. I'm going to bring it up a bit. I'm going to bring it up to second to lowest, but this has high handle, so I can't go too crazy. Yeah, that's good. Boom. 125. Check it. That's what you want to get to, right? Then you start basting it, put it back, basting it, put it back, putty back. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. And 140, you're done. You're done. That's the degrees inside Fahrenheit, okay? So all you people from, Australia, better do the converse. The thing, you got to mix it. You can see it in the afternoon. All right, I'll be back. All right. It's been at 350 in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, somewhere in the middle. It's hard to tell because I kept basting it as I told you I would do. Internal temperature has come up a bit to about 135. If you want like a well done thing, you want to go over 150, 155. So right now we're at 135. I not only basted it, but I took some of the glaze and I put it on top of the bacon because now, here, I'll show you. Can you see it? Yeah, it's crazy, right? Now I'm going to crisp up that bacon on the top and also caramelize. There's that word again. I love that word. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to caramelize this bacon because now I have that sugary glaze on top of it. We're also going to put the glaze on the finished pork when you slice it up and deliciously eat it. So don't worry. All right? So let's get this broiler on. And I'm going to put it under the broiler. I'll show you what it looks like. Keep your eye on it. When you're doing that whole caramelized thing and your element, your vehicle has sugar in it, watch it. As soon as that comes on, we're going to slide this underneath. Watch it, just watch it. It could be a minute. It might be a minute, maybe less, maybe two. I'm using thick cut bacon. It's got to penetrate in there, all right? All right, let's just do this. All right, since we're really cooking here, I'm not going to play games. I'm going to take it right out of the oven if I don't kill myself and let you see what's going on here. Whew, look at this. Right out of the oven. All right, tent it for 10 minutes, slice it up and eat it. I'll do the same and I'll be back to taste. So as you can see, never mind. It's an inside joke for all you that just tuned in now. Anyway, check this out. Bacon, check. Delicious pork, check. Inside the bacon and the pork, an incredible little rub. I forgot what I called it before, but it was pretty cool. Oh yeah, an encrustment. A mustardy, delicious encrustment. So there it is. I did broil it about 2 or 3 minutes. See, I got a little chart on the top there. I basted it in those juices that we talked about earlier from the pan and also by this delicious orange balsamic deliciousness of a glaze. So there it is. Where am I going here? Here we go. Boom, right there. Subscribe. Right here. Hit that bell. Tell you when another one's coming out. And what else can I tell you? Nevada. Are you kidding me? Woo! Guys, you have to keep coming to these 50 most Googled recipes by state. I'm knocking them down like freaking bowling pins. Go to my playlist on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story. So let me get my little knife and fork out here and I'll show you. Dip it in the sauce and away we go. Woo! You could taste everything in there individually, even though we throw all that stuff in the glaze and we mix it around all together. The orange, the Worcestershire, the maple freaking syrup, everything in there, right? Bacon. What else do you want? Bacon. Anyway, I am Chef Sal. I'm glad you tuned in. Remember, I'm now on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram.
Hey. I'm getting a vibe here.
Come back next week, whatever the next N is, or maybe we're into the O's, I don't know. But I am Chef Sal. Thanks for coming, and we will see you next time.